Caught her red-handed yesterday, 12 years down the drain. My wife and I have been together for 12 years. Sure, there have been some ups and downs along the way, but we have always been a team. A year ago this past September, her younger brother died. And since then, things have been rough. She is 45, I am 53. I had that nagging feeling this past year now. And again, that something was up. However, the past handful of months, the signs were all there. Inconsistent stories, hiding her phone, distance, etc. I knew or felt something was up, but could never prove it, and I wasn't going to confront her. Without proof. Honestly, I thought that I was going crazy and imagining things. Because she just wouldn't or couldn't do this. Again, we have a great history. Why risk that? But I also resigned myself that if something was up though, that by just being patient, if something was happening, that it would all come to light. So yesterday, Friday, I have an appointment to donate blood at noon. We are actually texting when I go to the appointment. All love yous and all. But oddly enough, she went silent pretty much at noon. I know with her job she has meetings and can't always respond. So I didn't think too much of it. My blood donation was done and I wanted to go to our local race store here in Vegas to get a new pair of shoes for walking. I lift every other day and walk an hour or two. Every other morning without fail. I really needed new shoes. So I drive to Boca Park, which is a shopping center, and park my Jeep in the parking lot, right in front of Ray more or less. I got out of my Jeep, had my mask, and was walking towards Ray, and just looking around I see a car, and thought that looks like M's car. Then I saw her standing and kissing this guy right next to car. I walked towards them and there was a small wall between us. But I yelled out in an almost friendly tone, "Hey there." Of course, she freaked, the dude bolted, and she walked towards me. And I basically asked, "What the F***CK?" We both came home after that. She has had an account on Ashley Madison for the past few months and has been meeting men, texting, *****, etc. She claims that she never crossed the line or slept with anyone, but at this point, does that even matter? I'm devastated. We moved to Vegas a little of 2 years ago for her job from Colorado. I had to start over from scratch finding a new job. I have done okay. Mid-management in QA for a tech firm. I don't make much, but I will make enough to live on. But my quality of life is going to diminish greatly moving from our home into an apartment. Since the pandemic, I have been work from home. I ensured that she never came home to a messy house. Always greeted her when she came home. Hell. The other morning when I had time, I made her eggs and toast for breakfast as she was getting ready for work. I always tried to support her and make life easy for her. I don't want to play victim, but god damn it, I was good to her. I am scared. I am 53 years old. I live in a city where I really don't have any friends past casual acquaintances and workmates. I know that I still love her. I am going to miss her. I'm going to miss us, or what I thought was us. I don't want to be alone. Not that I can't be, but this I never imagined happening. I never saw the end of us. At least not like this. What sucks even more is I don't see how we can even remain friends. I mean, I don't want to be privy or know anything about her life. I mean, hell. She's already dating apparently. She of course says she loves me. I am the love of her life and she does not want to lose me. I did point out that is nice, but her actions tell a completely different story. But I can't live with someone that I can't trust. And given how long she carried this one and hid it, I'd feel like a real dumb ass trying to make it work out. Rhetorically, I want to know, WHY. I want this to make sense. How we worked so hard together for so many years. To make our life together, to blow it up like this. I want to wake up and this not be real. But it is real. I saw it with my own two eyes. I have seen her Ashley Madison account, the pictures, what she wrote, etc. I did not cry until this morning in the shower. She had a work thing, so I was by myself. I begged God to make this not real, that this can't be. I thought about how we laugh like all the time and it made me cry harder. I just don't know what to do. I know that I have to move out and move on, and that is going to an excruciatingly slow process. I tried and worked so hard to be the best partner and husband that I could be, and this happens. My reward is having a cheating wife, and then getting to live in a shitty Las Vegas apartment by myself. What the actual FCK? And again, I don't want to be here. We moved here for our life to make it better. We would not have moved here otherwise. I have asked my boss this morning, yet it's Saturday. But we often do some our managerial work, admin stuff on the weekends. If I could have some office space in our local office, I have to get out of this house. And I don't want to be living in an apartment and working from home from there. I will need a place to go. I guess that shows some modicum of looking ahead and planning or whatnot for the future, but that's as far as I can go right now. I did call an apartment complex close to my work, which would simplify at least part of my life, if they have any openings. What is sad is that we ordered our Thanksgiving meal this week from Honey Baked Ham. We had purchased ticket to go to California for New Year's as a short vacation. All of that is gone now. I guess lastly, I will share this. For months I suspected something, but I also told myself to enjoy this because it isn't going to last. By this I mean our time together, especially this summer, the good parts of our life. I'm glad that I had the sense to savor and appreciate those moments, and now it is all gone. Story number 2. Recently found out wife cheated 10 years ago, and I can't look at her the same way. I've been married for 6 years. It wasn't picture perfect, but I did love my wife very much. We have built a good life, and we both put in a lot of effort to make it work. While doing some cleaning about a year ago, I found an old cell phone, thinking it was mine. I charged it to see if I could find some old music and found out it was my wife's. I'm not the jealous type and still don't know why I did this. But I started reading text messages from 2012 and found some shit that I never would have expected by piecing a bunch of texts together. I figured out that she *CK'd another guy while on a work trip while we were still dating. Then made a few more work trips back to the same location at least 2 more times that summer. I confronted her about it and she claimed to not remember anything. I offered for her to read the texts on the phone, which she did and then came clean, according to her. It was a one-time thing and the other trips were strictly work-related. She offered for me to go through her Facebook messages, etc. on the spot. We stayed up for hours each night over the next week, talking about it and our relationship in general, and I forgave and agreed to move on. That didn't work, so I began to see a therapist without any improvement. What kills me is, from reading the texts, there's no way it was just one time. She deleted all of the texts between the two of them. So there was clearly intent to bury it and never tell me. She was texting her friends about it, how I figured it out. Now I'm embarrassed that they knew about it behind my back and even more disgusted with them for encouraging it. I refuse to associate with any of them anymore, or even acknowledge them for that matter. She maintained contact with this guy on social media for years afterwards. Even hit him up for work leads when we were thinking about moving down there after we got married. She showed minimal remorse and never truly owned it, in my opinion. The intrusive thoughts about them together consumed me and ate me alive for months until I turned it into disdain and disgust towards my wife. I'm desperate to do anything in order to not to throw away the last 10 years, but on the same hand, I probably would have walked away by now. If it wasn't for our children, I 100% would have walked. If I had found out when it happened, we have built an amazing life together, and I feel like the last 10 years have been a *king lie. I was planning on growing old with her, and now I can't even look at her without feeling contempt. I think my relationship with my wife is *CK'd up beyond repair.